I'm proud of Judicial Watch's work trying to protect law enforcement personnel in the Secret Service being abused by the Commander-in-Chief. Violently abused. So there's this story that Judicial Watch alone, practically speaking, has uncovered. And the story is one of terrible abuse of federal personnel by Joe and Jill Biden. They have allowed their German Shepherd dogs over the years to attack Secret Service and White House personnel time after time after time. I think it's at least 2-3 dozen times when you combine the attacks by both dogs, Major initially and then Commander. And we just uncovered more documents, thanks to another lawsuit we had to file, that show that Joe Biden, or further demonstrate that Joe Biden watched his dogs attack Secret Service agents, specifically Commander. Our friends at the New York Post broke the story. Let's go to the New York Post story. They had an exclusive from us in reporting the story. So this was their big story. Biden repeatedly watched his dog attack Secret Service agents. As staff we have to go through what you go through whenever you look at the internet. We get all the ads pop up on our browsers too. As staff wished each other safe shift, docs, and the docs were from Judicial Watch. President Biden repeatedly watched his German Shepherd Commander attack Secret Service members who wished each other a safe shift as the number of incidents mounted, with one exasperated workplace safety professional urging the use of a muzzle, agency records show. The number of dog attacks involving Commander, who the White House said in February was given away after more than 2 years of terrorizing the professionals assigned to protect Biden, and the former first dog Major, who was rehomed in 2021 after also attacking personnel. Of course, all of that uncovered by Judicial Watch, could top 3 dozen, the newly surfaced records suggest. The 81, of course, what was the FBI, what was Joe's response? Oh, the Secret Service is lying about this. Look at what the Post said here. The 81-year-old president reportedly accused a Secret Service member of lying about being attacked by Major during his first year in office, but was present for at least 3 separate attacks involving Commander. Files released to Judicial Watch under the Freedom of Information Act or lawsuit show. A previously unreported incident on September 12, 2023 featured a pair of bites in which Commander tore holes in a Secret Service member's suit as Biden took him for a walk in the Kennedy Garden along the south lawn of the White House. So you can go and read the full New York Post story there. And this is my report alert to folks earlier this week about the Biden attacks. Hey everyone, Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton here. We got some crazy documents from the Secret Service about Joe Biden's crazy dog Commander attacking Secret Service personnel. According to the documents which we got thanks to a federal FOIA lawsuit, Joe had the dog when he attacked Secret Service. One of the incidents showed that Joe was walking the dog, had the dog, when the dog attacked a Secret Service agent twice. Bit him on the arm, not once, but twice, while Joe had the dog. Other documents show the Secret Service was trying to delete records. It shows without a shadow of a doubt that Joe Biden is personally responsible for the attacks of his dogs and Secret Service personnel. Of course, Jill had the dog from other documents we know when the dog attacked Secret Service as well. So both are responsible for, it looks like, upwards of 2-3 dozen attacks on Secret Service and White House personnel. What type of insanity is going on over there in the White House that the first couple would allow their dogs to attack Secret Service personnel repeatedly? And of course, all of this was exposed only thanks to the heavy lifting of Judicial Watch. I mean, it's psychotic that this is happening. Like, would you want to live next to people who allowed their dogs to attack 25 people and not do anything unless they were called out on it? And still not do anything after they called out on it. That September 2023 attack, that occurred months after Judicial Watch disclosed the dog was out of control. Had attacked like a dozen people by then. I think we had issued a release in the summer of 2023, and a few months later, the dog is still attacking Secret Service while Joe's walking him. Well, Fox News covered it pretty significantly. Let's go to Laura Ingraham and Fox and Friends, and then Jesse Waters, our friends there, had a good report on it.
All right, is it time to sequester the witness? Because a new report has Biden being aware of what Commander did with just a few choice Secret Service agents. Fox News senior national correspondent Kevin Corke is here with all the chewy details. Kevin.
Brilliantly written, my friend. Evening to you. Now, Judicial Watch is giving us a window.
One thing that did not help the president's image, when his dog went on an attack spree, Biden reportedly watching his dog Commander attack Secret Service on multiple occasions as staff wished each other, hey, have a safe shift. Hopefully.
Fox News alert, we have new details on Biden's bad dog. The president watched as Commander attacked Secret Service agents. Kevin Corke's in D.C. with the story. Kevin.
Evening, Jesse. Judicial Watch giving us an exclusive window into the harrowing circumstances surrounding, you said it, Commander, the president's dog, and his numerous attacks on Secret Service agents, which could, by the way, top 36 such attacks, according to newly released records. What's more, apparently the president himself was present for at least 3 of those attacks. Now, everybody knows Commander has been known to, bite. But there are a lot of examples you may not know about, including this one. Quote, as I started to walk toward him being the president, to see if he needed help, Commander ran through his legs and bit my left arm through the front of my jacket. I pulled my arm away and yelled, no. POTUS yelled, and then blank. Now, the story went on, Jesse, to say that the dog later jumped up and bit him in the left arm again for a second time. His suit coat had not 1, not 2, but 3 holes, one all the way through. And that's not it. There are other conversations between Secret Service officials, including this one from September 2023. Heads up and FYI. TMZ just reported a dog bite at the White House. Can we please find a way to get this dog muzzled? Now, you'll recall, former First Dog Major was also rehoused back in 2021 after apparently attacking a lot of people. In this instance, Secret Service members, Jesse, wished each other safe shift as the attacks mounted. That's really damning right there. That tells you plenty, Jesse.
No, it's not funny. I've been bitten by a vicious Democrat dog, too, and it hurts.
Yeah,
I still have a mark on my upper thigh. No one will see that except...
Well, that's a good story by Kevin Corke describing Judicial Watch's documents, and here are the documents we got. You can go look at them all, get them on Judicial Watch's website. We'll provide a link to the press release below and the documents through which you can confirm that the Biden dogs are out of control, or were out of control. I don't know where they are now. I don't know why we would believe anything they're telling us. This chart may have been released before, but it's worth going over again. It lists a lot of the dog bites. I mean, look at this. Left arm, left hand, left forearm, right quad, thigh, right lower back. That's a classic one. I remember that attack, or the details of that attack. So there was I think it was a Secret Service technician, right? So that he goes to the house, someone opens the door, and the dog gets out. I guess he went like this, and the dog bit him on the back. I mean, can you imagine being a subject to that type of dog attack? That's pretty traumatic. I know there's a lot of people laughing about this, but I think it's pretty darn serious that the Secret Service were under constant attack by this first couple's dogs. It's inexcusable. It's in my view, a criminal abuse of power. Completely insane. Let's go back to the chart. Right wrist, right forearm, right elbow, upper arm, left elbow, left chest. But I don't know the detail of that one. I don't remember that. Do you guys remember it? I don't remember it. I mean, this only goes to July of 2023. I guess they were at I guess there's the Kennedy Garden attacks. So it's 2 bites in the left arm. And then they're up at the beach, and there's another attack. And here's the email. Let's go back to the email that Kevin quoted on Fox. Look at that. POTUS took commander on a leash. So the Secret Service agent's reporting to his colleagues, and I was standing halfway from the booksellers in the family theater. POTUS opened the bookseller door. I'm not quite sure what the bookseller is in the White House. Is that? I don't know if that's is there a shop or something? I'm not sure. And said blank. I guess he was calling him. As I started to walk toward him to see if he needed help, Commander ran through his legs and bit my left arm through the front of my jacket. I pulled my arm away and yelled, "No." POTUS, I guess, yelled something. It's interesting that they're protecting what Joe said. "No, Commander." POTUS then blank. I obliged and Commander let me pet him. When turning to close the door, Commander jumped again and bit my left arm for the second time. And then he attached the leash to him. No skin was broken. You know, other documents show that we've had before that it was a bloody mess. I mean, I want you to imagine a dog coming at you, and the only thing you can do to defend yourself is putting out the arm. In this case, that poor Secret Service agent had his turn once, twice, while the President of the United States watched. Now, do I say that Biden sicked the dog on the Secret Service? No. But the fact is that the Secret Service was constantly abused by these dogs, and they did nothing about it. The earlier documents show that Jill Biden had the dog and was in control of the dog when the dog attacked Secret Service personnel. I don't forget if it was major or commander, but it doesn't matter. And all of this was coming out because we were tipped off, by the way, because Major was removed after we uncovered the dog bit a lot more people than they admitted to, caught the White House in a lie. So they got Commander as a new dog after poor Major was removed. And they had a third dog, Champ, and I don't remember if Champ was a biter or not. Then we got a tip that Commander was out of control, and we exposed it. I mean, they all, you know, some of those folk, they had to either go to the medical unit, a few had to go to the hospital. I mean, one poor guy had his suit ruined. He tried to get it reimbursed. They gave him the runaround. There you go. Replaced the suit. Secret Service log of the same day reported that at 8:06 p.m. on September 25th, 2023, an officer, it's probably because there's a uniform division of the Secret Service, right? And then you have the protective division. I don't know if it's technically the two division names, but the guys in suits, the guys and women in suits you're used to seeing, that's what I consider to be the protective division. And the officer, the uniform division, are, you know, they're dressed like normal police officers, you know, protecting the grounds of the White House and the environs there. Officer redacted, post redacted, so they don't say where the person was posted or the person's name. Advised bit by family pet and requested sector official. Sergeant Blank requested EMT to respond. So emergency personnel had to respond. This is September. This is what's interesting. The last entry on the log indicates 8:58 p.m. Captain Blank requests Joint Operations Center log to be deleted. What's going on there? As I noted in my comment, it looks like they're trying to delete records. We're currently investigating that, by the way. I'll have more on that at a future update, maybe. And the press was all on to this. The press knew about this because CNN followed our lead and uncovered there were many more bytes than had been previously acknowledged, even after we released that material. So what happened was we released 10 or 12 bytes last year in the middle of the year. CNN heard that there were upwards of 24 bytes, including the bytes in, I guess it was in September, October. A colleague asked, how does TMZ know before we do? Because they referenced about that TMZ story. Well, go to that TMZ story, guys, if you can. It's in the press release. There's a link. Stand by. Because I want to show you how the TMZ knew. It's very interesting. So the TMZ story, there we are, go to the link. His dog commander accused of biting 7 people. So scroll down. Where did TMZ get that information? Secret Service memo by the New York Post. Let's go to that New York Post website story. Exclusive. The pooch. That's the story I'm telling you about. It disclosed by Judicial Watch. So the reason we got this material and the Secret Service is like, well, how did they know about this? It's because Judicial Watch sued for the records. They got them. So none of this would have come out. And I'm proud of Judicial Watch's work here. I know some people online say, well, this isn't important. I think it's important. I think it's important that the First Lady and the President of the United States, their dog has attacked a dozen or 3 dozen personnel. I mean, if a dog attacked your family member, bit him on the thigh or bit him on the arm, would you think that's important? And the dog was owned by the President of the United States, and you knew that the dog had previously bitten 20, 25, 30 people previously? I mean, dog bites are a serious issue. And I tell you, when the Commander-in-Chief allows the people who protect him to be abused like that, I hate to use the word because I think it's strong, but it's appropriate. It's psychotic. Sociopathic, is that the word? It's insanity. It's criminal abuse of power, in my view. And you want to know, you wonder why it is that he casually jails his political opponents? Casually violates the law, casually allows an invasion of the United States of America? Well, that to me is easy to understand. If you understand he's casually allowing and accusing the people protecting him of lying as his dog is attacking them. Now the media is onto this. Look at all these news stories. Daily Mail, Fox News. That's too small for me. Let's go to the Daily Mail. They always have fun headlines. Bombshell new records reveal more than 3 dozen attacks. Look at that. Even the Daily Beast had a story saying about, the story of the Daily Beast. I don't know if it's linked in that email, guys, but the Daily Beast story, as I recall, I think I linked it in our Twitter feed or my Twitter feed, reveals that the Secret Service have issues with the way they've been treated. Can you blame them? So yeah, I think it's a big story. And I'm proud of Judicial Watch's work trying to protect law enforcement personnel in the Secret Service being abused by the Commander-in-Chief. Violently abused. It's funny, I wasn't funny. I was walking near my home today, and someone walked down the street with a little pit bull. And I stopped a good 10 feet away because it was a pit bull. And the pit bull stopped, gave me a look, and made a decision that he was going to start trying to attack me. And thankfully, the woman on the leash was able to constrain the pit bull. And it was a relatively small dog. But I don't care how big you are, how strong you think you are, you don't want to be attacked even by a little dog, let alone a German Shepherd or a pit bull or anything like that. And that was going on a day-to-day basis at the Secret Service. And they were being told, keep your hands in your pockets. You know, and the Secret Service's job is to protect the President of the United States. So they're supposed to be looking outward, right? Looking out for threats. I'm kind of exaggerating here. They shouldn't have to worry about being attacked from behind by the first family's dog. I mean, to me, it's dangerous not only for the Secret Service, but for the protectees. So if I were telling the Bidens, look, you don't want your Secret Service nervous about protecting you because of the dog, because that distracts from their core function. They're human beings. But I guess reason didn't matter here. So I think it's a big deal. So we've got more documents, I'm sure, coming on this. And I've got one thing to ask you. Imagine if it was Trump's dogs. Now, Trump doesn't have dogs. I don't think he's not a pet. As I discussed earlier, I don't think he's a pet guy. If Trump's dogs bit 25 people, he'd be impeached. He'd be impeached. I don't know. Maybe that. I don't know. Maybe that would be the only reason to impeach someone. If they could get Trump caught allowing his dogs to bite 25 people, I don't know. Maybe he would be fairly impeached. Now, we were laughing in the office today because someone asked about the Biden's cat, and I don't know what the cat's up to. Maybe the cat put the dogs, created this whole scenario to get the dogs out of the way. Who knows? You know what goes on with cats. But, you know, I guess I'm saying not to mock it, right? But, you know, because it's, you know, but it's a dog story. It's literally a dog bites man story. But it kind of goes, it tells us a lot about the Biden approach to other human beings, approach to, frankly, the rule of law. I mean, I'd be worried about liability, wouldn't you? And certainly people getting hurt because of your dog. Not once, but 25, 35 times. Jeez. Like I said, psychotic. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like our video down below.